Did you know that being a nice guy could actually be holding you back from living a satisfying life? But what if I told you there's an ideal man within you, ready to break free and embrace self-acceptance, genuine connections, and personal fulfillment? In this video, we will delve into the insightful book No More Mr. Nice Guy by Dr. Robert Glover. We'll learn about the origins of nice guys and the problems that hold them back from living their best lives. We'll also touch on the concept of the ideal man and the strategies nice guys can use to live as self-accepting and fulfilled ideal men. Then, we'll round it all up with the key differences between nice guys versus ideal men. Get ready to unlock a new perspective and take the first step towards becoming the best version of yourself. To start us off, let's talk about the world of nice guys and their origins. When faced with challenges, dissatisfied men often resort to their go-to tactic: being nice. However, according to Glover, this approach rarely leads to the desired outcomes. In fact, it often backfires as the insecurities of nice guys manifest in passive-aggressive or dishonest behavior. As a result, they find themselves stuck in repetitive patterns, leading to unsatisfying relationships, bitterness, and disappointment. So, how can nice guys improve their lives? According to Glover, the key lies in becoming an ideal man who, above all, embraces self-acceptance. Unlike nice guys, he is secure in his self-image, masculinity, and sexuality. This self-assuredness empowers him to live life on his own terms. It's important to note that when nice guys face frustration, they often deviate from being nice. Their indirect and avoidant nature gives rise to a cycle of self-victimization. They engage in actions to appear nice, but when things don't go their way, they simmer in silent resentment until they can no longer contain their anger and lash out. This cycle of repression, self-pity, and fear brings out undesirable traits like dishonesty and manipulation. The nice guy mindset, as described by Glover, is driven by a series of beliefs. They believe they must conceal their true selves and mold themselves into what others want them to be in order to achieve a perfect and fulfilling life. This mindset originates from childhood experiences where a boy learns, either explicitly or implicitly from his parents, that he must be good to be loved. This belief stems from a sequence of abandonment, shame, and self-doubt. Firstly, Glover explains that, as a child, dependency on parents makes the boy interpret any form of inattention or neglect as abandonment, fearing and blaming himself for it. This sense of abandonment leads to feelings of shame, where the boy starts to believe that something is inherently wrong with him. These self-loathing beliefs are known as toxic shame. Finally, internalizing toxic shame causes the child to experience self-doubt and develop defense strategies to cope with it. Nice guys, in their formative years, focus their coping mechanisms on seeking approval from others. It's worth mentioning that while self-doubt can be paralyzing, it can also be harnessed for personal growth. According to Melody Wilding, in her TED Talk on using negative thoughts to your advantage, self-doubt can be transformed into an ally. By naming the doubtful stories we tell ourselves and reframing them honestly, we can affirm our ability to handle challenges. Let's now dig into the problems that hold nice guys back from living a life of self-acceptance, empowerment, and satisfaction. Firstly, nice guys tend to live their lives for others. They constantly seek external validation and approval, engaging in behaviors or acquiring things solely to win the approval of others. They often conceal their true selves and flaws, going to great lengths to avoid disapproval. Rather than taking responsibility for their actions, they try to fix the reactions to their mistakes. Nice guys also struggle to acknowledge their own needs, fearing that having needs is a sign of weakness. Instead, they rely on covert contracts, unspoken agreements in which they expect others to meet their needs without explicitly communicating them. Additionally, nice guys deny their power and masculinity. They often see themselves as victims in the face of adversity, feeling a lack of control in various aspects of life. Due to their attachment to their mothers and their detachment from healthy paternal relationships, they struggle to establish their own masculinity and form meaningful connections with other men. This isolation prevents them from accessing the support and companionship the male community can offer. Furthermore, Nice guys prevent themselves from living satisfying lives in various ways. They often stay in dysfunctional relationships out of fear of loneliness, rather than recognizing the need to leave toxic environments. They also have misconceptions about what women want, believing that being excessively nice will make them attractive, when in reality, confidence and authenticity are essential. Nice guys may engage in manipulative or unsatisfying sexual encounters, prioritizing their partner's needs over their own and neglecting their own sexual fulfillment. To overcome these problems, nice guys must learn to prioritize their needs, communicate openly and honestly, embrace their masculinity, and develop authentic connections with both men and women. Only by letting go of the need for external validation and focusing on self-acceptance will nice guys break free from their self-limiting patterns and create a more fulfilling and satisfying life. Up next, what are the strategies you can adopt to live as a self-accepting and fulfilled ideal man? 1. Self-reflection. Take the time to reflect on your approval-seeking habits and identify which behaviors serve your wishes and which ones don't. Understand what you truly want and need in life. 2. Express your emotions with safe people. Share your true self and vulnerabilities with trusted individuals who provide a safe and supportive environment. This helps combat self-sabotaging beliefs and reinforces the understanding that you are loved, even when you make mistakes. 3. Take responsibility for your needs. Prioritize yourself and understand that having needs is a normal part of being human. Embrace the belief that meeting your own needs is a mature, direct, and honest way of satisfying yourself. 4. Welcome fear. Acknowledge and confront your fears rather than avoid them. Pushing through fear helps you develop new beliefs and grow as an individual. 5. Set boundaries. Take responsibility for how others treat you by setting firm boundaries. Reinforce positive behavior by not giving in to others' bad behavior. This empowers you to change your own behavior and create more rewarding relationships. 6. Develop integrity. Choose honesty over deceit, even when it's difficult. Ask yourself what you think is right and have the courage to act accordingly. Living with integrity provides clarity, direction, and sincerity in your actions. 7. Bond with other men. Cultivate solid relationships with other men, whether it's through friendships or admiring role models. These connections provide support and serve as healthy models of masculinity. Developing these relationships can also prevent you from relying too heavily on your partner, avoiding feelings of smothering or manipulation. 8. Take a new approach to relationships. When entering new relationships, start from a place of integrity, self-confidence, and vulnerability. Avoid falling back into bad habits or unproductive mindsets from previous toxic relationships. Set healthy boundaries and prioritize open communication from the beginning. 9. Ask for help. Recognize that no one can do everything alone. Take control of your life by utilizing the support and resources available to you. Asking for help when needed is a sign of strength, not weakness. Now let's briefly lay out the key traits of a nice guy versus those of the ideal man. Nice guy avoids conflict and struggles with setting boundaries, prioritizes other people's needs and desires over his own, ignores his flaws and mistakes, tries to fix people and situations without being prompted, withholds his thoughts and emotions due to fear of disapproval, feels isolated and lonely, even among family and friends. Ideal man handles conflict and establishes boundaries, holds himself accountable for his own needs and desires, addresses and learns from his flaws and mistakes, takes charge and genuinely cares for his loved ones, communicates his thoughts and emotions openly and honestly, builds healthy and meaningful relationships with everyone, including both women and men. Now, while the traits of the nice guy may not necessarily be mean, their tendency to suppress their true selves and avoid disapproval, conflict, or strong emotions often leads to disappointment. On the other hand, the ideal man embraces self-acceptance, takes responsibility for his own needs, communicates openly, and establishes healthy boundaries. He strives to learn from his mistakes and build fulfilling relationships based on authenticity and genuine care. By understanding these distinctions and adopting the traits of the ideal man, individuals can break free from the patterns of the nice guy and lead a more self-accepting and fulfilling life. No More Mr. Nice Guy offers a powerful insight into the mindset of the nice guy and provides practical strategies for transforming into the ideal man. By prioritizing self-acceptance, embracing personal power, and living a fulfilling life, you can break free from the limitations that have held you back. If you found this summary helpful, check out my other video summaries for more life-changing books. Thanks for watching.